Welcome, sit back, and let this story guide you into peaceful dreams. The Faithful Journey of Phlox and Borage. This story is about Phlox and Borage, who embark on a journey of faith and friendship across the savannah inspired by a mysterious comet. Feminine neither have a vast mass of flux of the Hemington King named Brisno, flux had always been fitting in the AI Immerse boats, and raising at the level upon them. Every night flux the 10 stanfits thorn, as the sun lilies continually nice lilies behisite. It has contemplated the stage of size folds there is treasures that is the east, the spolizes, the isitites, the cases, focus, the kissites, the lands that rehearse fruits in air below on a journey across the savannah, following a path illuminated by the comets. There are mountains, but whenever lowless and challenges, a flux's fate neither wet with egging witty hearts, spirits. Always humble in the lost always of the sub-holocks the innocent he freight crowleys of the powerless bully race and swiss research rehouse always homely eats lost whips frizz. Now, let's move gently into the next journey. Heather and Heather's miraculous journey. This story is about Heather, a kind-hearted girl who befriends a hedgehog named Heather and discovers the magic of miracles through her compassion. In a quaint little village nestled between rolling hills and verdant meadows, there lived a young girl named Heather who was known for her kind heart and bright spirit. Her days were often spent wandering the countryside, discovering hidden wonders and befriending the creatures that dwelled there. One crisp autumn morning, as the golden leaves rustled gently in the breeze, Heather stumbled upon a peculiar sight: a hedgehog, small and spiky, struggling to free itself from a tangled mess of brambles. With careful hands and a gentle voice, Heather approached the hedgehog, whispering words of comfort that seemed to ease its distress. Together, they freed the little creature, and when it was finally liberated, Heather smiled and bestowed upon it the name Heather, as they now shared a bond of kindness between them. Little did Heather know, this encounter would lead to a series of miraculous events that would forever change her life. The days grew shorter and the nights colder, yet Heather's heart warmed at the thought of her new friend. Every evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, the two Heathers met under the ancient oak tree where they imagined adventures far beyond their small village. And as winter approached, Heather began feeling a sense of magic surrounding her interactions with the hedgehog. It was as if her caring for the hedgehog was cultivating something extraordinary in her own life. One velvet night, Heather gazed up at the star-studded sky, wondering if miracles truly existed, and silently wished for one. Suddenly, a shooting star streaked across the heavens, leaving a trail that sparkled like diamonds. She closed her eyes and made a wish that came from a place deep within her heart, wish for happiness, not just for herself, but for all the creatures who filled her world with joy. When she opened her eyes, Heather noticed something remarkable. The hedgehog named Heather had transformed. Instead of its usual prickly appearance, its spines glowed softly like the luminescent lights of the stars, casting a gentle radiance over the field. Astonished, Heather approached her glowing friend, and with every step, she felt lighter, as though the burdens she carried within were slowly melting away. Heather the hedgehog, now radiant, with an otherworldly beauty, nestled against Heather's cheek and whispered in a voice clear as the chime of bells, offering gratitude for her compassion. "You have shown me kindness beyond measure, dear Heather," it said. "And now may your days be filled with wonders and your heart with the miracles you see." With that, Heather knew her wish had been granted, and that the happiness she longed for was already blossoming within her. As dawn broke over the horizon, Heather realized that miracles often take different forms sometimes. They are gentle spirits, hidden in the shadows, waiting to illuminate those who are willing to see. And so, Heather and her hedgehog companion walked back to their village, their hearts shining like the stars, knowing that every act of kindness carried the magic of miracles within it. Another gentle tale is ready to be shared. Euphorbia and Flax, the Journey of Gratitude. This story is about Euphorbia and Flax, who embark on a journey of transformation and gratitude, revealing the beauty and wonder of life's small joys. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and vibrant meadows, there lived a gentle soul named Euphorbia. Euphorbia had a heart as vast as the sky, always finding joy in the simple wonders of life. Her days were filled with tending to her garden, where colors danced and fragrant breezes carried secret whispers. On a autumnal morning, while inspecting the last blooms of her chrysanthemum hedge, Euphorbia discovered a tiny caterpillar munching away on a nearby leaf. Its name was Flax, and it was no ordinary creature. Flax was adorned in a cloak of emerald and gold, seeming to shimmer, with each move it made, capturing the warmth of the sun in a magical way. Euphorbia knew that encountering Flax was special, and she welcomed it with kindness and patience, offering leaves and gentle words which Flax seemed to deeply understand. As days turned to weeks, Euphorbia and Flax formed a special bond. Every morning, Euphorbia would check on Flax, making sure it had enough to eat and space to explore. Flax grew larger and stronger, its vibrant hues becoming more pronounced, hinting at the transformation to come. The village seemed to share in this anticipation, and children often gathered by Euphorbia's garden, watching Flax's progress with wide-eyed wonder. Flax wasn't just growing physically. It had a keen personality, showing determination to explore beyond the small confines of Euphorbia's world. One chilly dawn, Flax climbed to the highest branch it could reach and began the delicate process of spinning itself into a cocoon. Euphorbia watched with awe as nature's ancient ritual unfolded before her eyes. She felt gratitude for having shared this journey with Flax, marveling at how such a small creature could bring immense joy and connection. Time went on, and as winter set in, Euphorbia tended to her other garden tasks while keeping Flax's cocoon safe. When spring kissed the earth once more, a miracle unfolded. Flax emerged not as the caterpillar Euphorbia had known, but as a magnificent butterfly, its wings a cascade of shimmering hues. It fluttered around Euphorbia as if to say thank you. As Flax took to the skies, Euphorbia felt an overwhelming gratitude not just for the beauty and connection shared, but for the life lessons learned. This journey had taught her more than she ever imagined about patience, care, and the simple act of giving thanks. Grateful for the vibrant memories and bonds formed, Euphorbia knew that her heart had grown with Flax's transformation. The village celebrated this enchanting metamorphosis, and whenever Oro the wise owl would ask Euphorbia about Flax, she smiled with a heart full of gratitude, knowing these moments were etched in the fabric of time. Let's move onward to the next story. Bellflower and Peony, a tale of honesty. This story is about Bellflower and Peony learning the value of honesty through their friendship and shared secrets in a mystical forest. Under the soft glow of the moonlight, the village of Meadow whisperingly awaited the gentle embrace of night. Amongst the fields, Bellflower, a kind-hearted young woman with hair as golden as ripe wheat, gazed at the stars with dreams nestled deep within her eyes. She lived at the edge of the village in a quaint cottage painted in shades of the sky where flowers bloomed in vibrant colors, dancing softly as the breeze whispered secrets from afar. Bellflower, known for her unwavering honesty, had a heart as open as the meadow itself, a place where dreams and reality met in harmony. Near her home, a mystical forest stretched, known to the villagers as Whisper Woods due to its age-old trees that often shared stories of the past with wind breezing through their leaves. Among these towering trees lived Peony, an enchanting treetop elf with sparkling emerald green eyes and a mischievous smile. Her days were spent tending to the forest and ensuring its balance and harmony remained undisturbed. Hannah's touch could revive wilting plants and coax the shyest blossoms into bloom. Despite her playful nature, Peony was bound by the principle of honesty, a virtue held dear amongst the elves. One sunny afternoon, curiosity led Bellflower into Whisper Woods. She followed a trail of vibrant blossoms, each petal more captivating than the last, until she stumbled upon Peony, who was busy convincing a cluster of butterflies to dance amongst the flowers. Though startled by a human presence, Peony felt a sense of calm when she saw Bellflower's sincere smile. "Hello, elf of the trees," Bellflower greeted gently. "Would you share the forest's secrets with me?" Peony giggled as she fluttered about like a playful breeze. "Only if you promise never to tell a soul," came her mischievous reply. The flower's eyes sparkled with promise as she nodded solemnly. Peony, delighted, began to dance lightly on the forest floor. With each step, flowers sprang to life, colors cascading, surrounding Bellflower with an enchanting aura. As they spent time together, Peony shared tales of ancient forest creatures and the symphony of nature that played just beyond human sight. Peony's honesty opened Bellflower's heart wider, deepening her appreciation of the world. She began to understand the delicate balance of life and the importance of staying true to oneself. Upon returning to her cottage, Bellflower reflected on Peony's stories. Days turned to weeks with Bellflower returning to Whisper Woods often, drawn to the honest beauty Peony had revealed. Their friendship blossomed like the flowers Peony nurtured, deeply rooted in truth and sincerity. One evening, as the stars twinkled above, Bellflower felt a stir in her heart. She realized she had learned as much from Peony's honest actions as she had from her stories. Bellflower understood the forest's secrets were to be respected and cherished, not shared, but held close in gratitude. As seasons changed, Bellflower trusted Peony's teachings, strengthening their bond and protecting the forest's secrets. The village recognized her honesty, and she became a symbol of integrity. In the light of the moon, under the watchful eyes of the stars, Bellflower found peace in the sincerity that blossomed within her heart. Thank you for being here tonight. Rest well.